Good afternoon, Simon from Life's a Gamble, Let's Take a Chance, here in my workshop at Walton-on-the-Naze. Today I've been at Chance doing some work and actually thinking about how to do the next stages of the boat's restoration. Most of the time I've been looking at the back of the boat, working out how is going to be the best way to redesign and rejig the back to where it's supposed to be, what to take out first, how much I've got to take out, and how to get certain parts of it apart after it's been together for 80 odd years. And I suspect some of the bolts are not going to be coming out easily. Some will need a certain amount of persuasion to come out, a lot of cutting, grinding and other things like that along the way. But as you'll see in the video, it's just a matter of getting stuck in and getting there. In the meantime, I've had my apprentice doing some sanding in the front of the boat, which he's been getting on with quite well, and I'll show you that video probably tomorrow, but we'll see how we get on. But in the meantime, you just need to like and subscribe to this channel. Every time you subscribe, it costs you nothing and it helps the channel no end. So please like, subscribe, leave comments if you wish to, and if you like to become a Patreon, you can do so on our Patreon page, which is chance_1948. Let's see you soon. Bye for now. Good morning, Simon from Life's a Gamble, so let's take a chance here at Walton-on-the-Naze at Titchmarsh Marina. As you can see, I'm back at the back end of Chance again, surveying what I've got to do next in the way of repairs. So far, they're quite extensive at the moment. It's going to have a new half section of keel stroke hog. You can see it's gone badly rotten there, so we're going to have to go forward quite a way. Possibly to where those two floors are there. So this floor here is going to have to be taken off these two frames here and removed, and then there's going to have to be a long scarf from here to there, and then that will have to be replaced right through to the back of the boat here. And it's this piece which we're taking out, and we'll probably have to take out this piece as well. We definitely will have to make a new knee, because you can see it's age checking in it, but that's part of the course. As we go up the knee all the way to the top, it's in good condition, the rest of it, but the bottom, it's a bit past it, and we'll have to replace this, which is the last cross floor in the boat, which connects this frame to this one and to the one that's missing here. So you can see there's quite a lot of work here to be done. As you can see, I'm back at Chance, this time looking at the back side of the boat on the port hand side. We know this part of the boat is fairly well the shape it's supposed to be, and the starboard hand side is nowhere near where it has to be. But we have a pattern inside the boat which I've used before to replicate the port hand side. We'll now have to leave the knee in the middle in place for a little while, and then we'll screw the pattern to the starboard hand side, and then bring the starboard hand side back to where the port hand side is, and hopefully in doing so we should be able to replicate the transom as it's supposed to be. Then I can start to make the jig in the workshop to make the pattern for the transom again, so it can be fitted back in the boat once we've got the planks and the frames back in place on the starboard hand side in roughly where it needs to be. But before we can do that, we first got to make the missing frames, which is what I'm going to be doing hopefully over the next week or so. Taking to, probably tomorrow or on Sunday, come over with some plywood patterns and make some patterns of the port hand side frames, and with a pile of wood beside the workshop in the yard, make some new frames, bolt them together, and then we can go from there. So that's what we're going to hope to do over the next few days. Do some serious boat building again now that the weather's changed for the better and we've got a decent run of dry weather for the next week. As you can see in this video, the back side on the starboard hand side is a lot more different than the port hand side. This is because the starboard hand side, there was no connection between the cabin side, the carling and the beam shelf, and that's why that side of the boat is distorted and out of shape completely. So the next job now is to make the pattern a bit more sturdy, the correct shape at the top, and then put one back in there that replicates the correct shape for the starboard hand side, and move the starboard hand side planks and hull back to where it ought to be for the port hand side, which is, to all intents and purposes, fairly well as it's supposed to be. So as we move round to the port hand side, although there are planks missing, the hull shape is, the shape of the hull is fairly well as it's supposed to be, whereas the starboard hand side is not. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now we've got some boat building weather, we can start doing boat building. This is the davit hole for the after port hand side davit, and it goes all the way to the front there to where the other end of the tape measure is, up to there, and that, would you believe, is, as you can see from the tape measure, a little under 10 foot from point for the centre to centre. So our tender we got in the workshop, which is just a little over 10 foot long, will hang nicely between these two davits. So that's that set of davits. Walking around here, there's the other set, one there, and one on the starboard side is missing because the deck's missing. But you can see from that position that it's quite a short dinghy, this one is. We'll just measure that.